going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of our podcast. It's not called Podcast with Frank anymore. We're calling it...
What are we calling it?
The Hot Takes Podcast. And we gotta make it live by the name, so I think we each have to give a hot take each week.
Start off.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
So, yeah, we'll just get started. It's gonna be... Who has... You did?
No, I'm looking at Joe. Joe's.
I don't know if I want to say my hot take right now.
Why?
You could say it.
Those things down there.
No, you can't. You can't just start the episode off like that. I'll start off.
I told
Chips
you.
Ahoy better than Oreo. My hot take.
Okay.
No.
Started off hot.
Wait. What about with milk? Like, milk's factored into this. Then where do you stand?
I think I have to do Oreos, but me.
Okay.
This is gonna sound really like douchey of me. I try not to drink much milk anymore. I really just drink like almond milk now.
Okay, that's fine.
So, chewy Chips Ahoy or regular Chips Ahoy, me over most Oreos. I do like the flavors of Oreos because I feel like Oreos can play around more.
Yeah.
They have like the golden and the regular, and then they can add more like cinnamon flavors too, and regular they can add more like chocolatey based flavors too, peanut butter, chocolate, things like that.
Right.
So hot take started right off.
That's quite a hot take right there.
I love it.
Before we begin, I would like to thank my co-host, as always, Luke Ganz. You just met him just before. Also, my cameraman, Joe Critelli, as well. You know him.
Yep.
And we got a second-time guest coming onto the podcast today, Joe Lupo.
Thank you.
Two-time, one
Thank
phone.
you. I'm hoping to make a three-peat. Is that when I get the money?
We'll talk about that.
getting paid
We'll talk
for
about
that?
that
I
later.
haven't got my money yet.
I'm just...
Where's my money?
We'll talk
my money,
after
Brian?
for sure.
Where's my money? Where's my money?
For sure.
We'll start off with our news roundup, then get into our trailer reviews, and then we'll get onto our main topic, which is really just San Diego Comic-Con that just happened this past weekend.
Oh, that was this weekend.
That was this weekend, yes. As far as news roundup goes, remember we were talking about that movie Snowpiercer?
Oh, yes, I do.
Like in the earlier
Dude, that movie is
episodes
dope.
with Chris Evans on the train. What?
Did this just turn off?
I don't know. Did it?
I mean, not that it even matters.
Dude,
like,
Snowpiercer was a dope movie.
Snowpiercer, I've only seen like
it's hit
parts,
towards
like bits and
battery
pieces,
power.
and I hate myself for it because I'm like
Dude,
heavy into this.
I just
fake
remember I was
conspiracy.
drunk as hell one time just flipping through Netflix at my friend's house.
No,
It's like,
yeah,
what's this
fine.
movie?
Yeah,
and I was just
you'll-
enraptured
just
with
binging
it.
through
It was
yeah.
so good.
Yeah, Joe's camera is actually dead, so
We are running low here.
Yeah, we are running low here.
Wait, nothing is... Dude, the laptop, we need some...
I know. I don't know what's happening
There's
right
power
now.
shortages all over our town. Just for the record,
That is true.
A lot of people don't have power. I'm the
That's
only
awesome.
house. I'm the only house on my entire block that has power.
Dude.
Wow.
I'm knocking on wood. So
We haven't
hard.
lost power last night, so I'm happy about
A
that.
Fingers
tree
across.
fell in the middle of my road. Like the entire road, it just went across
Yeah,
the
dude,
road. It was like
took me
it was
20
like
minutes to get to Wawa when I live 5 minutes away.
from Wawa.
It was terrible.
So yes, Snowpiercer. The
Hi.
movie is getting rebooted as a TV show, but the weird twist to me is that it's going to be on TBS, which has more comedic shows, and this is a pretty serious one. It made it seem it doesn't look as any good as the movie, you know.
Was
It
there
doesn't
a
look as
trailer
good as the
for
movie.
it?
There is. I saw it on a
Oh.
YouTube ad. I was like, oh shit.
Like, are you saying production value just looks
Production
worse, or-
value and
Any
I don't
big
know,
name
it just
people
looks
on
weird.
it?
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because when you said TV show, I thought you would mean it picks up after the kids leave
Yeah.
the train
Yeah.
at the end of that
That
movie.
and
then.
see, I was hoping that's what you were gonna tell me because like again, I
Yeah.
know the premise, I know most of the movie. I would love to see a continuation of it. Like I would love to see chapter 2 of it, like and we'll get to another chapter 2 that we have here later. But I would love to see just like more to the story. Yeah, foreshadowing. To what actually what happened.
Maybe that'll be the twist at the end, that it's Chris Evans at the end of the show, that when it's going to be the same idea, the guy fighting to get to the top, and then see that it's
That
Chris
would be
Evans.
sick.
That
I'll
would be
tell
sick,
you right
you
now,
know?
that would be dope.
Hot take for you.
Or it's Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead.
Even hotter take.
Where's my Carl?
For the record, you already know I'm going to get to that by San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait. That's its own issue.
Other news in our news roundup: Avengers Endgame has finally passed Avatar.
Let's go.
To being the highest grossing movie
go.
ever.
Golf
deserves
clap,
it.
Golf clap, golf clap.
Hot take. I think Avatar was just. I don't know how it got there.
It's not a hot. That's
I don't
not a
know
hot
how it
take.
made
It's
that.
not. It's a pretty.
It's not a hot
common
take. Again, I think we talk about this last time.
It's a mild
where it's
take.
like
It's a
the
mild
problem
take.
with Endgame is that it appealed to a certain audience, and then it appealed to like your mom and your dad because they have to take you. But it didn't appeal to like anyone over the age of 40 that wanted to go see a movie.
Yeah.
Like Endgame, there's just so much invested in it, in the fandom and knowing like, and even if you didn't know, like you're gonna be lost, but it's still cinematically amazing.
Yes.
But for Avatar, I feel like it's a brand new chapter to a movie. No one had heard of it. It was Disney ran. People are looking at it and they're like, wow, this is like awesome looking.
Mm-hmm.
Even to sci-fi people, I think a lot of people were like, this looks great. So I think like you got to think how many people above the age of like 55 went to the movies to see that compared to Endgame. It might not be drastic, but there's a huge demographic of people, in my opinion, that would like younger than a certain age would go see Avatar because there's not maybe as much violence, in my opinion,
Yeah.
as there is in Endgame. There's violence in it,
Definitely.
but like Endgame, Thanos gets his head schmacked off. Deleted scene. I wish.
just about to say.
I wish we could have gotten that, and I don't think we ever will.
No.
But I would love to have seen a cat decapitated Thanos. Because, like, again, Thanos is my boy.
No, Thanos decapitating cat.
Cat. Yeah, but
yeah.
he was supposed to hold the head, like, in the scene. I don't know if you saw him actually do it, or if it was that he just was holding the head, like, he did it, and then it's more him, like, kind of pulling it up and showing it, you know, to whoever it was.
Right.
But that would have been wild.
Would have been wild. Well, I think it was well deserved that they made it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a video on YouTube just before. Didn't get the chance to watch it, but it said highest grossing movie and beats Avatar for now. And
Wow.
I'm assuming that means that
Until the next
when
movie
the
releases.
Avatar sequels come out,
Oh, yeah.
people will be getting the original Avatar, maybe in that sense, more money
Mm-hmm.
coming in from it. So, we'll see. I hope it stays at the top.
I will also say that I don't know if Avatar 2 will make as much. I think movies are changing, so maybe it will, because I thought movies were very much on the downslope, and to see a couple weeks ago we were talking about how we didn't think there was even a shot. There was a shot, but like we were like, there's not much of a chance. Like, I mean, it's going to be hard to get that much money, and when there's Lion King coming out, there's this, there was a lot of pretty good stuff there for people to watch. I think it's going to be very interesting to see, even with the Marvel thing, over the next 5 years, what are we doing to go to movies?
Yeah.
And even like what Disney's play is for what they did at Comic-Con was not all movies. So it's very interesting to see that maybe they're not putting as much meat on the bones now for the movie titles when they're like, oh, well, we can play to a whole nother world
Absolutely.
where people are still going to invest. So
I think you were definitely on something in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only reason Avatar was up there was, like you said, impressive, like, visual works at the time.
And it was in the prime of movies.
Right.
Like, that's when we
Yes.
were going.
And, like, nowadays, most movies look pretty
Great.
well now.
Yeah.
And the gimmicks kind of worn off from Avatar, so I don't think there's any way they
Yeah.
could dethrone, like, Avengers.
Yeah.
I also think Sleeper, since we're the Hot Takes pod, why not throw it out there? If Star Wars ends up being good enough.
Oh, man.
If it ends up being good enough, this
We're
is a
going
hot
for
take.
the nuclear hot
We are
take, man.
taking
You
the
need
deep
to get some
three,
lead gloves.
The deep three ball. Well, if you think about it, Star Wars is already the number 5, right?
I think so.
I think it's 4 or 5, and I think in the top 10 you have episodes 7 and 8. I didn't love them, but it goes to show people are
Definitely
going to see
controversial.
them, So at the end of the day, let's just say J.J. Abrams does pull a good movie out because they do
Hail
look
Mary.
great. They look great, like
For sure.
content-wise.
They've definitely
It's the
spent the
storyline
money.
that's dog shit. But if they do end up being decent, this could be something where people are going to go, dude, that was actually good. Like,
Yeah.
you should go see it. The end, like, if there's one good scene in it, like, and I mean, there's a huge person coming back or whatever it might be, where there could be a lot of good content to turn people back onto the franchise.
They need to
in
play it
that.
perfectly
But
then. because they're already going on the downslope now.
Trust me, you have no idea.
But if they play it good, you're right. They'll leapfrog right ahead.
Yeah, exactly. And look, I'm not saying maybe they'll get to the 3 spot. Maybe they'll even try to get that 2 spot.
Yeah.
In all honesty, because Endgame's probably got another 2 weeks in theaters, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's probably still got a little bit of meat on the bone to like actually get a little bit more money.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it'll get there. I think it's
poor DC, man.
Oh,
I feel so
I don't.
bad.
Should we just like say rest in peace, DC? Like, should we like
I don't think
officially
we
bury
should
them?
call it yet. Like-
Are you sure?
Let's give them another hour on the table. See if maybe we could get some brain function back, some signs of life, and then.
Nah,
I
but-
did read something that the first test reviews for the Harley Quinn movie were not too good.
Not the show we were talking about.
Not the show,
movie.
the Birds of Prey movie.
Of course, it's not good. Is that a hot take?
We'll see what else is in development. Aquaman 2, we'll see how that does.
Aquaman was good. I liked it.
Yeah, but
We'll
can't.
see how Shazam 2
You
does.
can't rely on Wonder Woman, Shazam,
Wonder
and
Woman.
Aquaman to be your movies.
Feels
to
bad.
Batman.
You
Feels Batman.
Yeah, but if you look at it, Batman not really great. Like if you think about it, like the Justice League movie was not really that great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both Man of Steel movies were like.
Man of Steel I thought was fantastic.
First one was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I thought it could have been better, but I mean, like again, I'm a hater on DC, so I understand why. But it's more just like it's
kick
like
them when they're down, man.
yeah, well, I mean, hey, bury them alive. Like, let the neighbors know that I am buried.
Ouch. Talk about a
You're
hot
burying
take.
me alive. Shh, you'll wake the neighbors. That's exactly what I want to do. Like, dude, I would love to get in the argument, but it's just like Marvel has so much more traction. They are rolling a ball down a hill that is just such a nice incline, and DC is trying to roll like a block that's got like 125-pound weights like locked to the like.
Marvel right now is Thanos with all the Infinity Stones and everything.
With both hands.
And DC
His both hands
he's
have
got
gauntlets
he's
on it.
dual wielding
He's got
gauntlets.
2 gauntlets. He's wielding 2.
Well, meanwhile, DC is like Static Shock right now. It's basically like asking Static Shock to go and see Thanos.
DC was almost the first to do it, though. You know that?
Okay.
They were developing a Justice League movie, just a random Justice League movie. When like Superman Returns was coming out and like Batman Begins, like they were almost the ones to do it first. And who knows if it would have been good, but they would have been the ones to do it first.
But I mean, look, at the end of the day, you look at it, Marvel effed up a lot in the beginning. Marvel messed up like not a lot, but a good amount. Like they had some falls.
Iron Man 2 was a sleeper in Phase 1. That's the only sleeper I think.
Yeah, but I mean,
there was.
But
Iron Man
if
2
you
is
think
definitely
back,
Snowfest.
it's like there's a couple things back there where you're like, oh sheesh, and like
Okay,
now
yeah.
now they're even pulling on the X-Men stuff. So it's going to be very interesting to see that like they're about to take on a franchise that was statistically not really great, like batting like very middle of the pack, almost. Like, struck out every other time, like, really not that good. They're about to take them on and probably have success adding them to their entire arsenal. So,
For
like,
sure.
I don't
X-Men?
Yeah. Like, but you
like,
know what I'm
X-Men,
saying? Like,
X-Men were always, like, one of the more super popular ones for comics.
but
It's
yeah.
just been movie directors that have been killing X-Men.
But now
you
what
know?
I'm saying is
Same
like
thing with
you're
Fantastic
putting...
Four.
Yes.
Exactly, but now you're putting Fantastic Four and the X-Men in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like the
gonna be
Russo
sick.
brothers, like Taika Waititi, like these people that have established themselves as good directors, good writers, like the Russos wouldn't have released that timeline if they didn't have a plan. And some things get messed up along the line, but like that's all planned.
Yes.
Some of that's done, almost done, in the works. They have a very good plan of action for probably the next 15 years. And DC, that's where I'm kind of in my head seeing the SpongeBob meme where they're all getting to the file cabinets
And
in his
everything's
head
on
and
fire.
everything's on fire.
We threw out his
Yeah.
name!
That's what I would say, but
All right. That's it for News Roundup. We'll get into our trailer reviews now.
Oh, man, yeah, we went into that.
I can't wait for the trailers.
So, our first one that we're going to review is Top Gun Maverick, the long-awaited sequel. Well, I don't know about long-awaited, but it's a sequel that's coming out.
Let's say long anticipated. It was anticipated.
Let's say it's a movie.
It's a movie
It's got Tom Cruise in it.
with Tom Cruise
Your plane.
and fighter jets.
Yeah, there are planes.
Yes.
Fun fact, he does
That's-
all his own stunts, and I was listening to...
That is a cool fact,
I was listening to
actually.
my podcast. The only reason that he could not fly the military fighter jets is because you have to actually be in the military to do that. Everything else he flew and or
Seems
drove
fair.
and or whatever.
Yeah.
But they had to CGI him into the fighter jet scenes.
Right.
Fun fact.
Interesting.
Hot take.
I thought the trailer.
Hot take: the U.S. military should let us use their equipment. You know, like it's bad enough we can't get fully automatic guns.
Retweet.
President Trump has liked it.
Believe me.
I thought the trailer looked all right. It was just like that reveal teaser trailer. It had the classic music in it, which I liked.
Yeah.
And I thought it was beautifully shot too. I did like the shots I was
Yeah.
seeing with the mountains and everything. Otherwise, I don't know. I think it's going to be a hit or miss movie.
I think nothing got me excited about it. Like, me, I was just watching it and I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm like, for nostalgia, I'm like, a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, Tom Cruise is back, Top Gun's back. But, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the scene that stuck out to me was him in the office and he's like, you've been a corporal this long and you've never been promoted. And he's like, yeah. What? That's what the basis of the movie's going to be? It's like, he never wanted a promotion or could get it. He just wants to fly planes.
That's
like,
just it. Like, he owned it right there. That guy tried to make him feel bad about it. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Dude.
Exactly.
Like, you want to see the money I make from these movies?
Yeah,
Look at
oh
this,
my
look at
god,
this.
yeah. And that's why
much are they
I'm
paying you?
concerned.
$100 to talk to? Get this guy out of here. I want
Exactly. And it's concerning to me because it's like, is it just a cash grab? Which, like, again, we talk about all the time. Is it
Probably.
like, are they that? Or, like, is it a well thought out movie? Because if it's a
Yeah.
well thought out movie, I'm all in for, for making those sequels and making those, different steps in movie trilogies or whatever it is. But if it's just something that you're like, put it together and put it out,
Yeah.
then
It always shows, too, in the box office. Like,
Yeah.
when you actually cared about the movie you were making.
Like for example, Zombieland. Zombieland didn't have a new movie for 10 years at least, and it's because they couldn't put a good script together. And like, again, I think every single one of the people on the staff have Oscars now or have been nominated for Oscars. Like, phenomenal starting 4 if you think about it.
You're definitely right.
But they didn't rush to that. Like, the success of that movie, they could have put another one out 2 years later. But instead they said, nope, we're going to wait. Everyone's busy, and we're going to wait until we get a very good
From
script.
a business perspective, it might have been a quick cash grab to do it, because that's when the zombie craze was reaching its height.
Exactly. And now the zombie
now the craze is completely gone out of fashion.
I wouldn't say gone. I would just say it's kind of at a standstill. Like,
I think it's worn out its welcome.
Over it.
I don't think it's worn out its welcome, and I'll probably get to it later. It's more that, like, I don't think the craze of, like, everything has to be zombies is there. And, like, I think, again, like, you're talking to a diehard Walking Dead fan who now has kind of had a resurgence of it because it's decent writing again. They're getting more to the comics. They're actually trying to, like, introduce people or, like, storylines that you're interested in and, like, new villains. Unlike, it's,
Not
like,
just
the same...
boom,
It's like everyone's fighting each other and then, like, the same villain comes in, kills a main character, there's a little bit of action, and then, there's, like, new walkers, there's this. And that's what I'm interested in as, like, the fan. But I understand what you're saying. Like, the zombie craze is definitely on the downslope. I would say...
Right from where it was, I'm saying.
Yes. I would say where it is now is more like... It started to go down, and now it's just plateaued. It's probably not going to go back up unless something... Like, maybe the Rick Grimes movies end up killing it. They're not going to. Plot twist. But,
For sure.
they're
probably going to be dope movies, man.
I don't know.
I want them to be.
I don't know.
What?
Number 1 grossing movie of all time.
Yeah, the Rick Grimes Carl movie. Yeah, Carl too. Carl!
The plot is just everyone thinks he's a zombie because all he says is Carl. And he lumbers towards people.
Just Carl! Just running
What are
towards...
we talking about?
Carl! Where is he?
Top
Why are you dressed up
Yes,
like
we're talking
Batman?
about Top Gun Maverick. We're going to be doing our ratings on Top Gun Maverick as to what we think the movie's going to be.
Yes, our over-unders.
100%. What do we want to put it at? 65?
65.
All right, Frankie, hit me with that score, baby.
I'm going to give it a 70.
Over at 70.
Lupo?
Would you like to explain your reasoning to the class first? Or?
I don't think it's going to be that good, but I also don't think it's going to be that bad. That's all I got.
It's for that exact reason that I'm just going to go right on and say 65. Just not over or under. It just seems like the definition
Just
of
break even.
just a movie.
Joe?
79%.
Ooh, highballer over here.
Tom Cruise, baby. That's
I'll
all I
say
gotta
this:
say.
he's either aged super well, or they really got a good makeup department because he looked like 20-something in that
Man.
freaking trailer.
I'm very torn because as much as I want to give it like a 72 and just give it the benefit of the doubt, I really want to give it a 70 or a 61. And it's just because I don't think the storyline will be very good. And in all honesty, I think as much as I love some of them, I'm getting very tired of let's put out a sequel of every
Yeah,
movie
Yeah,
or show
original
or
idea,
whatever.
please.
It's like, thank God Pixar still is pushing some stuff out, some content out. Like, what's the new movie that they have with like the gnomes? Chris Pratt is in it. Tom Holland is in it.
Oh yeah.
You saw the trailer, right?
Onward,
Yes.
yeah.
That looks awesome. Brand new, never seen it. Frozen 2. Are you kidding me? Like, you know exactly what you're playing to there. Like, same thing with like, oh, let's make Top Gun again. Let's try Independence Day again.
I guess just
Let's
in
make
the
a
end,
new Star
it's-
Wars here. Like,
it's hard to say no to so much
no,
short money.
and 100%. But like, it's just like for the fans, don't you want new content or like? Give me a storyline that's not repetitive. If
Right.
you make Top Gun something crazy, I'm good. Like some crazy plot twist at the end or something, fine. But
like
it's just
he's
like,
not Tom Cruise; he's a clone of Tom
like,
Cruise.
yeah, Tom Cruise has been dead, but like that's his twin brother. Like,
right.
like that was
At the end of the movie, takes off a mask. And he's
no,
just
well,
a
that was
slightly darker
oh
shade.
crap. There was a movie I saw a while ago with Blake Lively. It was awesome. Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. It was a crap. I'll look it up. A Simple Favor.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw it.
Never heard of
It's
it.
more of like a chick flick, but I saw it with my girlfriend and it was awesome. Like
Oh,
I
that's a pleasant
loved it.
surprise.
I loved it. The concept was like two moms came together because their kids wanted to have a play date. Blake Lively's character is kind of a sketchy, shady mom who comes from a weird like a past. And then her husband's also a shady guy. Anna Kendrick and her become friends. Then she goes missing. Blake Lively's character fakes her death to get the money for her
Ransom?
her going her dying. She gets like a ton of money because the husband put a life insurance policy. Anna Kendrick kind of falls for the husband. They start doing it. Then they find out that there's a story behind. This is all spoilers. Then Blake Lively finds out her
Far
sister.
past the spoilers.
Wait. So her twin sister tries to come back in the picture. Who's a druggie? Tries to steal her money. Blake Lively kills the sister. It's awesome.
That
It is a
sounds
lot of twists and
wild.
turns. It's a very good movie. I was kind of going into it like, oh, it's going to be whatever. I was very invested. Very good. I
10
would
out of
recommend
10
it.
would it go
I
again?
think it's an 8. I think it was like a 70 or an 80 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, really?
It's got a
Is it
pretty good score.
Is it new?
Yeah,
Newish?
it's past year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Not
it's very
bad.
Not bad.
good. So yeah, I'm gonna stick at that grade because fuck it.
Very good. That means we will move on to our next trailer review, and it's for It Chapter 2, the final trailer that was released a
boy.
couple days ago.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. We,
Really?
we just rewatched the trailer, and it looks really good. I like the cast that they put together. James McAvoy, I
Love
feel
the
like he
cast.
kills it and everything. Bill, is it Bill Hader?
Bill Hader, correct.
Bill Hader, I think he's great. I'm not... Oh, and I know the girl, too, from Jurassic World. She's in it as well.
Jessica Chastain.
Okay, yeah.
Bang.
Um,
I'm
Give
electric.
him another one.
good cast. And I just think, like,
Smack me again.
I think it's going to be a very jump scare movie, this one.
It looks scary. This
Yeah.
one actually looks scary, which I'm interested to see.
Yeah, 100%.
So I like that. But
Now, as a super fan of horror,
I'm not that.
I do say that I think the jump scare is a little too relied on. So hearing you say it's going to be a jump scare movie
Not exciting.
is that dampens my
You are
excitement.
out. You
I'm
are-
complete
I am-
opposite.
Well, who says I'm even right on that? Like, I don't know.
You're walking away
Because
from the table.
what I thought what made the first It and all good horror movies so good, it isn't when the guy just jumps out from behind a bush and goes, and he stabs you a couple
yeah,
times.
exactly.
It's like the slow suspense of like feeling the creep come up on you,
Yeah.
and then it
You're
gets
talking.
you know?
You're talking. What's it called though? You're talking the It TV show or the movie, like the TV movies or the actual.
Oh no,
movie
I'm
that
talking
just
about
came
the
out?
most recent It movie.
Yeah, wasn't
Like
a
that.
big fan.
You didn't like it that much?
I didn't like the sci-fi aspect. I didn't like that he became an alien and I was like, oh, great.
Oh, well.
Like
Pennywise is like some kind of demonic.
He's a spider, dude.
if you're a horror film person,
Yeah.
did you see Midsummer?
I did not see him.
Oh my god, I've heard amazing things about it. One of my buddies saw it. He said it was a trip. Everything I've
spooky?
heard about it. Well, everything I've heard about it is crazy.
Hang on, we need to take a quick
You haven't
break
heard
from
it?
this.
Oh my god, no way. I don't want to keep going off on tangents.
Can you give me Spark Notes?
Midsummer, do you know the concept behind it or no?
I don't know anything except the name you just told
I showed you the trailer last time, remember?
No.
Remember? Yes, remember it was the really creepy trailer. Everything was really bright. It was in the town. I told you it's a midsummer festival.
I said it was a rave at first, but
Yes. He said it was a rave, and then he was like, no. I was like, no, absolutely not.
Dude, I'll tell
Okay,
you.
regardless. Basically, they go to a festival that only happens every so many years. This girl is dating this guy. The guy wants to go with all of his buddies, but the girl goes through a traumatic experience. I think, like, her parents die and her sister kills her. So whatever happens.
During the festival?
No, before it.
Oh my
so
God.
then the boyfriend feels bad because the boyfriend wants to break up with her. The boyfriend then goes, all right, I feel bad. I'm going to bring you with us. They get to this festival and there's like 22 hours of daylight. Like the whole entire time, like they're in this weird looking place. It's just a lot of creepy shot. It's Ari Aster. So it's the guy that did Hereditary.
Oh, dude, I like that movie.
So if you like
That's a
that
good
movie, you're going to love this because I don't want to give anything else away, but basically they get invested in the festival. A bunch of stuff starts happening to all of the people that
Look,
go.
whenever you're in a horror movie and you go to a place called the festival, you know some fuckery's gonna go.
Dude, it's I'll
coming.
show you right after this because I'm not even kidding. It's like I saw the trailer on an Instagram ad and I was like, yo,
Instagram
I
ad.
don't like scary movies, but I'm very invested because it looks terrifying in a non-terrifying way. And just to go to show, Jordan Peele said he loved it. So if that shows anything, because Jordan Peele's doing pretty good with
I
horror lately.
remember this now.
Yes.
Okay.
He said he was like, yo, this was one of the best horror movies I've ever seen in my life.
Nice.
So,
I'm
but
excited
yeah,
to see it now.
back to it too. Do we want to do what we think about it?
Yeah.
All right. So,
Oh, well, I think we did for the most part, right? Did you have anything
I
else
think-
to add to it?
yeah,
Not really.
No.
Honestly, it's just
like you guys said, the cast great.
Yeah.
I would really say. I mean, really quick, I love the cast. I like the shots. I like that. I think we're gonna see a lot of the past. I think like not the kids, him, like it Pennywise himself.
Oh, really?
Apparently, in I think one of the trailers they show a little bit of what looks to be an old Pennywise, like him as a. Remember, because you saw the picture in the old woman's house, I think.
Yes.
Of him.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we go back that way because I
Okay.
would love to know the original ways of his killing and stuff.
I want to see. I hope they make it different from the source material then for the movies because it is definitely scary in the beginning. The less you know about Pennywise, for sure, like unquestionably.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he like a monster?
Well, do you want the spoiler?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll wait
Probably.
until chapter 2.
It's for the best, truly.
All right,
yeah.
let's do it.
Over under 65.
Let's do it at 65. Let's keep it.
I'm gonna give it an 85.
Oh, damn.
At least.
At least, yeah.
At
you're
least.
lowballing it right
Come
there.
on,
Yeah.
guys.
This is
Don't
it,
get
chapter
reckless
2,
over
baby.
here. Joe, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking 87.
Holy.
Ooh, alright.
You understand? Okay, I don't.
I'm rolling hot in
I
it,
spent
boys.
too much time ranting anyway. But
You gotta
God.
understand, for people who are fans of horror, we get like a good movie to be excited about once every like 2 years at best.
Yeah, but
Yeah, right.
87.
There are a million
I-
terrible horror movies that makes you appreciate
No,
the good
100%.
ones
It's always
so much
hit and
more.
miss. You
But
never
that's
know
why.
from-
But that's why I'm
Always.
saying I'm sitting here and I'm like, Midsummer is supposed to be this amazing horror movie, and I think it's hanging right around an 87 to 89.
Okay.
So for me, I'm sitting here and I'm like, how the hell is it Chapter 2 after Chapter 1 being, what, 60-something? Maybe?
I think it was way higher.
Really? I don't
sure.
think it was higher.
I
Really?
feel like it was
No?
higher.
Dude, people.
I don't think
that-
it was
You're
that.
lowballing this franchise.
Really?
I don't think it was, guys.
I'm looking
I
it
really-
up.
I know
think
for a
so.
fact that someone like my dad, someone who never watches like movies like that or anything, he watched it no less than 10 times.
All right, it was 85. I'm a liar.
85?
Yeah, it's
See,
very good.
I'm sorry. I
give it the over of
I thought
90,
it was good.
dude.
I thought, in all honesty, I thought it was very creepy. I didn't think it was
Creepy,
so much
yes.
scary. Like, I thought it was pretty creepy.
Yeah,
I
creepy's a good
apologize.
thing for a horror movie, though.
Mhm.
Yep. All right. You're right.
That's what made like
Sorry.
The Ring and stuff so good, man.
85. Okay, then maybe that changes my mind. But what were you gonna say?
I give it a 90, man.
Wow, love it.
Wow, all right.
I have nothing but high hopes for this franchise.
Now you guys got me invested. Because now I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, the cast is definitely helping. Like, you had a bunch of kids make
Dude.
it an 85. Now I'm like,
That James guy who did Split,
James McAvoy.
he's gonna
James
be
McAvoy.
he's gonna be freaking
Well, who was it? James
amazing.
McAvoy and Bill Hader and Jessica Chastain.
Yes.
And then there's one other person that's famous in that cast. I don't remember who it is, but crap. All right, I'm going to do the over, and I'm going to take it at an 85. And I'll keep it the exact same score as the other one.
Okay.
Solid.
What do you think, Joe?
He already did it.
You did?
Yep,
Yeah.
87.
Oh, yeah,
he said.
87.
That's when I got all
Come on,
hot
man.
and
Yeah,
bothered
keep
and
up,
freaked
keep
out
up.
and was like, ah!
We're going a mile a minute here.
All right, let's move on to our next trailer, which is going to be... Let's do Harley Quinn. I thought Harley Quinn was very, very good. It's the animated show that's coming out on the DC Universe streaming service. And, yeah, I think it looks great. It's rated R. It gives me a Deadpoolish vibe to it. And because I think she's going to break the fourth wall in this show. And I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be Rick and Morty standards, to be honest with you. Yeah. It's
Dude.
good, dude.
What up?
Yo.
We have a surprise guest.
Yep, surprise guest.
It's
Jesse
Bill
McKnight.
Hader! Hi,
Hey,
Bill
come
Hader!
on,
How
Bill
are
Hader.
ya? Thanks for coming by. I can't wait to interview you on the next chapter 2. It's going to be great.
But yeah, dude, I came into here not knowing anything about the Harley Quinn trailer, and then when you showed it to me before, it got me excited.
Hell yeah.
It really reminded me a lot of, at least in animation style, of the Batman animated series.
The old school ones?
Yeah, which I hold in super high regard and like quality and stuff.
Old school
Look-
Batman over new school Batman. Love it.
I definitely
Sure,
enjoyed the
sure.
animation a lot too.
This is your
Yeah.
guys. Like, you guys are... I can't like
Dude, I'm
intrude.
not-
I can't
I'm
ever...
not
I
a
wouldn't...
Batman.
Batman original series, like the animated one, they had some really like
It was
crazy
dope.
deep moments.
Yeah.
like,
They got emotional. They didn't shy away.
yeah. I
from
feel like that was one of the first cartoons to like really be like, oof.
Top,
Like, damn,
top
that one
3
hit me.
Jokers?
definitely
Mark
Mark Hamill. in
Mark
there.
Hamill.
Mark Hamill's in there. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The goat.
Imagine he reprised his role.
That
Oh
would be
my
awesome.
god.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
Last episode of it, Mark Hamill just like comes in, creepy laugh in the shadows, boom, cutscene. Then I'm invested.
If that's how they end the season, I swear to God, I'll write such an angry letter to them, like, you pieces of shit.
Yo, in all honesty though, man, I think we need more shows that do that because it's like,
Nobody likes cliffhangers.
yeah, but it's some of the best content. Like, you want to get a show talked about and invested, you got to do it. Like, it wasn't necessarily a cliffhanger with Thrones, but we were left for 2 years being like, what the hell's gonna happen? And
I don't know what you're talking
There was a
about.
clip. There was a clip.
I don't know what you're talking about. Season 8 never came out, right?
Oh, you're right.
Just
No,
Think
no.
about Negan.
Trust me, I'm all in for it.
I think about Negan every day.
I've already said it.
Right.
Carl.
You're like, who's he gonna kill? Glenn, Abraham, like.
But that's what I'm saying. That was part of the reason I got reinvested in the show. They literally ended the show with a lineup of where someone was going to die. I spent a full year watching YouTube videos on his positioning of his feeding and where the bat... Like, I'm talking, I invested way too much time into trying to figure out
did
who it
too,
was.
the pattern,
and I was
everything.
only half right because then he ended up killing another guy who I'm very still pissed about, but they're making a backstory to
for one.
Abraham. So, all
They
in.
are?
Yes, they're doing an Abraham spin-off movie before he died. So, invested. I swear to God.
Why?
So again, no, I'm into that, man. I thought Abraham was a great character. He was awesome, I thought. You're talking
He's
about
a good character, sure, but like, out of all the legendary characters.
legend.
in the
Oh,
world-
come on. You're legendary.
Legendary status. Michonne is legendary
Yeah,
status.
but we know a good amount about Michonne's backstory.
And she already
We
had
knew
she
about
already
her,
had
like,
a shitty
yeah,
video
we
game.
don't-
She's had her
that's true.
shot.
Yeah,
Alright.
we didn't need to know about her having the 2 zombies and that. Like, we knew that backstory. I'm not invested in a Glenn backstory. I'm good. Like, if you had told
Why aren't
me
you
Negan,
invested in a Glenn?
Well,
it's just him delivering
because we saw-
pizzas all the
yeah,
time.
that's
dude.
in a red Charger
It's
during
called
the
Glenn's
apocalypse.
delivering delivery service.
I'd watch it.
I'd watch it, dude.
Oh my god. No, I would have loved to have seen a Negan one with him and his the daughter.
Yeah.
Like they were showing when
Absolutely.
the trailer was, or when the last season or the season before, they were showing like
And there's a
clips of
comic
it.
with it too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's a good character where it's a different storyline at a different location. So for me, it's like,
You know what?
whatever.
Now that you're saying it, I'm remembering that when we were first introduced to Abraham, Rosita, and Eugene, they said they came from Texas.
Which
correct?
we had not seen that storyline until Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, and
'cause
then we
was
met them in
Mexico,
Georgia,
Texas.
so that's a
That's a
far
hike.
distance.
But where they are now in the show, again, it's like I can't keep going
Okay.
off on it, but like,
Yeah, we're getting way off
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
What were we even talking about
We
again?
were talking about Harley Quinn.
That's
was
right.
a
How
funny
do we
show.
get
we're
to
very
the-
talented at this. This is why I don't talk.
I didn't even remember what we were talking about until like halfway through
We
that.
said,
and I
we
said to
said a
myself,
crazy,
wait, weren't we talking about
we
something
said
different?
crazy plot twists as well as cliffhangers. We said
With the
Walking Dead had
Joker.
an
Yeah,
great one. I
yeah,
said the
that's
Joker
right.
would be an awesome end to it.
Yeah.
So again, I can't really talk much on it because like animation wise, I like it, I enjoy it. I'm not as invested in it. Me, Clone Wars, super invested. Loved Clone Wars, loved Rebels. I love both of their styles of animation. I thought Disney did an amazing job where they were like, oh, we're just gonna cancel it. Whole nother issue. Thankfully, it's coming back, but I'll leave the good stuff to you guys with this. So
What did you think about it, Joe?
You know, I don't know. DC's been on and off for me. I love some of it, hate some of it, but I definitely really, I think
This
love
one
that
feels like
show.
a hit, doesn't it?
It feels
This
good.
one
feels like a hit.
Feels
this
good.
one
like a
feels
hit.
good, boys.
I want to see Harley
That's how you
Quinn
have to
in
approach
action, you
DC
know?
material now. You like go at it with like a bomb squad. Like, is this?
You guys are all.
It's just the animated movies. I feel like can really get you can really get a lot across. You know, like all the content, all the characters,
Like
and,
the DC animated ones?
yeah, like
they're
in easier
good.
fashion than it would be.
It's
like,
just a TV show, though.
I'm
You
so
can give so
happy
much more
in the
investment
spike
in it.
of popularity for Harley Quinn in the past few years.
Right.
Like,
Well,
have you
because of
noticed?
Suicide Squad.
I know, but I did like she's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah,
I'm just
she
so
is
happy
great.
that
She's
everyone's
great.
finally on the same.
Suicide Squad
Harley
wasn't
Quinn
even
train.
that good.
I thought Harley
that
Quinn.
good?
I thought Harley Quinn has
I-
also always been a very intriguing character, and even when I didn't know, because I still really don't know much about it, I think she's always been a very intriguing character. So I think it's really cool now for me to know, even though, again,
Yeah.
Suicide Squad was dog shit, in my opinion. It was really cool to watch that backstory go down.
Yeah,
even though
absolutely.
Jared Leto was probably bottom of the barrel Jokers, but that's
Well, to
Didn't
be
let him shine.
to be fair, they
I
cut
keep
out
on
like
saying
what
it.
80% of his content or
Yeah,
whatever, or something
they-
like that.
they
well,
didn't let him
again, it's a
shine.
bad movie, so I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I would have
But-
loved to have seen more him and less of the Suicide Squad themselves,
Yeah.
Boomerang and Diablo Hot Sauce and
Yeah.
and the Weasel
Sriracha
and whatever
sauce.
it is.
Weasel.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I would have
exactly.
passed, but
I think you're definitely right about what makes Harley Quinn so interesting is like her character, you know?
yeah,
Because like the Joker, he has a super like ambiguous, who knows what his real backstory even is factor.
which we'll hopefully find out in the Joker movie. That's not as connected, but
Right.
still.
But Harley Quinn is someone who like chose madness, you know?
Yeah,
like she
exactly.
was a normal person
Like that's
and
the
she
thing,
just
and fell in love
Yeah.
with madness, which is kind of a cool concept to think about.
Exactly.
Like, you know how a lot of people take this like role now with like the Joker in the Dark Knight trilogies. Like he fell in love with, or he was crazy,
just
but like
Batman
he also
just
fell
has
in
such
love with
good
the
villains,
chaos.
you know?
Yeah, I agree. It's hard to say Batman villains aren't good. They are very good. Sometimes just not completely.
unless they're Danny DeVito dressed like the Penguin.
Whoa! If Danny DeVito came back as the Penguin, I would not be mad. But that's on you.
What if he
guys.
comes back but he acts just like himself and It's Always Sunny?
Oh, I would love it. Frank
Charlie, you gotta get me the gun. We're gonna ransom this bitch.
All right,
With
so
DC, honestly, I think the majority of their animated stuff is a hit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
for
So
sure.
good. Flashpoint
DC
Paradox,
animation,
amazing.
Fantastic. DC real life. Ooh, like I
Yikes,
liked
big
Shazam,
yikes.
and I liked Wonder Woman.
But I would even say I feel like their shows are really good.
Their
I feel like
shows
they have
are
a
good.
lot of success with shows compared to
Teen
to
Titans,
Marvel.
great show. Teen Titans Go, not the biggest fan of it, but I love their movie.
Well, you also gotta look at it this way. Think how long ago Teen Titans came out, dude.
Isn't Danny Phantom in that universe?
No.
No.
That's Nickelodeon.
I think you guys are full of it. I
Yo,
think
Danny Phantom, he was just 14
Young
when his
Justice
parents
is
built
really
a very
popular.
strange...
Well,
I
yeah, Young
remember that
Justice
whole
is
rap.
very popular, yeah.
No, Danny Phantom isn't.
gonna
Let's
catch
do
him on
over-unders for this.
65,
Let's-
we'll keep it at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Mhm.
Frankie, kick us off.
I'm going to give it a 90.
Wow.
I believe in this a lot. It's a project, I believe in it.
Putting all your chips in the middle, Joe.
I just raised my score like 5 points because of that 90 Frank gave.
95?
So you're at a 95.
No.
You think it's going to be one of the greatest TV shows of all time?
I was going to give it 100%. But no, instead, alright, we'll give it about a 78%.
I could see it being 100% on Rotten Tomatoes because you have shows like Flash and Arrow that have episodes for 100%, and I'm just like, this is hot
Yeah, but
garbage.
we're not talking about the
hate
whole
that.
show.
This is a
Or we're not
movie.
talking about just an episode. We're talking about the whole show.
The whole show in general.
Whole show in general.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, because
Yeah.
we're not talking about just one. Like
Yeah.
we're not looking for the highest score on an episode because there could be an amazing episode.
Yeah, you're right.
So we're
Dude, why are
talking
you
the
raising
whole.
your hand? Just talk.
Yeah, Joe, just talk, bro.
he does it all the time.
He does it all the time.
Yeah,
He's doing it
right.
and I can't see. He's not in my.
No, like I was about to say,
I have
like
a
I'm the
question.
only one who's looking
Me
at
and
you
Frank
right
would be going at it for hours, and Joe's just like this.
I didn't
Please,
know.
can I?
I watched the trailer. I loved what I saw, but I really didn't know it's not a movie. It's a show.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a show.
Yeah.
No, the
Okay.
Harley Quinn movie's coming out too.
Right.
Birds
But-
of Prey.
Because that's what he texted me the other day. He's like, Harley Quinn. I was like, is it out? He's like, no, the animated. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I'm still excited, but it's not the movie.
Who else has due?
Everyone. Bill Hader, what did you give it?
An 88.
Took him a little bit to remember his name right there.
Yeah.
Bill, we're going to have to get your take on It Chapter 2 before you go, too, since it's your movie. I
Oh
have to
my
see it.
gosh, I am so excited for you
There
all
we-
to see this movie. I
See?
worked so hard on
Just
it.
really fantastic
I really
people over
worked
there.
on balancing the cast and crew, reincorporating the kids who did so well in the first movie.
It's great to hear.
What
Would you, Bill Hader, what would you
give?
give it on a score out of 100? Would you put it over at a 65?
Oh golly, it's hard to rate your own films. I don't want to sound like a jackass, you know. Like,
we still do.
I would go with a solid 92 out of 100.
It's almost like they paid him for that score,
Well,
guys.
Bill, thank you again so much for coming.
Let's all give him a
We're
round of
super,
applause.
We're super happy.
Thank
that
you.
you
Oh,
came.
thank you for
so
having me,
much,
gentlemen.
Bill.
It's been a great time, really.
All right, well, kick us off with the last one
Harley
before
Quinn?
mine. Yeah, I'm.
I give it a solid 80.
Okay.
I think it's definitely going to be good, maybe even great.
Okay, nice. All right, well, I'm gonna give it an over, and I'm gonna give it an 81.
Dude,
I have no clue what I want to give it. In all honesty,
Why don't you just give it the 80?
I wanted to give it a 70. No, because I wanted to give it a 70, like 80.
9.5.
No, I wanted to give it a 78, but I'm just looking back and I'm like, DC does have success, and
With their
like
animation,
if
for sure.
there's a chance that Danny Phantom is connected with this universe, I think
Imagine.
it's got all the traction to make it all the way.
And that's the end scene for Harley Quinn.
Danny
Phantom
Phantom,
appears like, what the hell? She's like, what the fuck?
Danny Phantom,
Yeah,
and
like
Ben
Ant-Man.
10 both kicking a wall, and they're like, "Let's get it." That's how it is.
Yo, Ben 10 would be low
Yo,
low
Ben 10
key,
versus Green Lantern.
overpowered. Just think of this. All right, he fights Superman. He gets the Kryptonian DNA in the Omnitrix, and then bam,
Oh,
he becomes
shit.
a Superman whenever
Wow,
he
I
wants.
just got so high from
Yeah.
listening to that.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That sounded like some schmoopty doop talk right there.
Hoopity scoop.
What, have you fucks never
Scoop
seen
the
Ben
people.
10 and you're going to talk
I
about it?
just
You know how that
Ben
shit works,
10
right?
has a
You seen the
form where he
death
becomes a
battle?
god
what?
alien and he
Ben
still
10
loses in
Green
a death
Lantern.
I didn't see that one, no. I clicked on it.
Okay.
I saw its dislike bar was like 50%, and I was
So
like,
you know who lost.
I'm not gonna. Ben 10 probably lost, right? Guys, he's
We're getting
super
off topic,
overpowered.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Let's
Harley
get.
Quinn.
We
Wait,
gotta
wait.
keep.
I'm
the
sorry.
ball moving
Wait,
here.
Don't
So
sleep on
are
Ben
we
10.
going to Comic-Con review?
I had one last trailer.
Oh.
Meme review.
Is it just one? I know we have.
One last trailer. No,
I have
I
one
think
to talk about.
What is it?
The Witcher.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
The
Witcher. I have no idea about the video games. I know Henry Cavill. He's Superman. I think he looks
He's
good
a
as the
Superman,
part.
alright. He
I've
looks real
seen the
good.
video game. Never played it. He looks like Gerald.
Geralt.
Geralt. Wow.
What?
And it looks interesting. I think I'm gonna watch it.
My only thing is I hope people who only played the games don't judge the series for what it is, because it's based on the books, you said before, right, Joe?
It's based on the book.
Oh.
Yeah, I
know
know it's
they
based
were
on
Like
books.
when I
Yes,
looked at
it's
the
based on
trailer, I
books.
already saw some people getting angry. Like, he carries 2 swords at him all the time. It's like, No, he doesn't. In like the books, he carries one sword and the other's on his horse. It's just not practical in real life to carry 2 swords
Statistically,
around with
he
you.
has the horses in the back. It was.
What's the rest of that song again?
Yeah,
I was trying to
yeah,
think.
Thank you. No, that's okay.
I'm gonna
It was-
take
it was
my
more just a
Witcher
very-
to the old town road.
It was more of a bad dad joke, but it's not sticking.
We're gonna don't worry.
We're gonna do our review.
Post production's gonna get that away. Don't worry.
No, I think it looks pretty cool. I think Netflix needs something to kind of match a Game of Thrones vibe, and I think it's for like.
Especially since The Office is leaving Netflix.
Well, yeah, it's. I think they're
No.
big. Yes.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah.
Literally,
We're
this
breaking this to
We
you.
covered
I've heard
this
that
on-
44 times.
Wait,
Like,
Bill, how is this just coming to knowledge of you?
Well, he's
You're
been very
in the industry. You should
Here's
know
the
this.
thing. I have heard The Office has been leaving Netflix 4
I think it's
billion
in
times.
2020. It will be gone. That's
You're all getting off topic again. Fuck The Office.
the whole point of a
hot take,
podcast is
hot
to
take.
put up topics.
He's
Hot
right.
take.
Oh my
Ready?
God.
Hot take.
No, it's gonna
Fuck
be.
The Office.
Dude, you just lost all your Tinder matches. The
Yeah,
second you
bro.
said that, they all
You just
unmatched
lost
you.
all your-
all simultaneously. When you said that, they were just like,
You're gonna be the first one running into Area 51 now for that
Yeah.
comment. So you
Oh,
better.
All right,
we're
listen.
running.
I got something Comic-Con related to say. But
Wait.
No,
not The
Comic-Con.
Witcher.
Nope, we didn't get there yet.
We're
Didn't
not-
get there
We're
yet.
not
No.
talking
No.
about.
Trailers-wise,
Yeah,
Yep.
we're not
Wait.
talking about what you're gonna say.
what am I going to say?
Are you gonna say Steven Universe?
Yes, I
No,
am.
no. We'll talk about that
It
later.
looks
and I'm
amazing.
stronger than you.
All right, fine. Give your little spiel on it.
Wait.
All right. So,
Wait.
Estelle.
1 minute. You have
All right.
1 minute
All
to
right.
tell us
Yeah.
all how you feel about it.
And
Go.
go.
All right, so if you know Estelle from the song with Kanye West, American Boy, take me on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Big fan of
So
Kanye.
Estelle is part of the main cast of the show. She made 3 albums worth of songs for the movie. They're not using all of them, but the creator of the movie, Rebecca Sugar, was able to use Estelle's references, and Chance the Rapper will have music on the Steven Universe movie, which is really huge news, and it's really, really amazing. And they have really amazing music anyway. That's all I gotta say. Boom.
You
Less
said
than a minute.
Estelle?
That was 35 seconds. That's
Yeah, dude.
phenomenal. Great
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
Stronger than you by the
Stronger Than
freaking
You?
Garnet.
Fantastic.
That's what sold me on that show when I saw my little brothers watching
Fantastic show. Absolutely amazing.
it. Yes.
That's good. Well, back to The Witcher really quick.
Yeah.
I think it's cool just because I think the main premise is they're trying to pick up viewers off of this Game of Thrones craze that could probably last only about another year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of it still being hot. Like, there's still coals on the fire in a sense, where, like, the heat of the popularity of it is not gone
Oh, dude,
completely
that
yet.
fire's burning, all right.
I
With
wouldn't say
hatred.
so, but that's
Pure
what I'm saying.
hatred is keeping
That's
this
why I
fire
think a lot of
alive.
people put it out. They put the fire out with the desire to actually watch it. Now it's more people that are invested in the books, but I think this is a great point for Netflix to kind of come in and swoop and try to steal some viewers, you
Yeah.
know? Just like,
Hopefully.
hey, if they get enough people, you watch it, you tell me about it, I'm bored, I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to throw it on.
Mm-hmm.
Then Joe's going to throw it on. Joe's a fan, but like, whatever. But, you're going to start to kind of gain that traction with it. Like, Tom Clancy
Yeah.
with Jim Halpert. That didn't really get... It got a decent amount of advertising. It was all right. And then, boom, next thing you know, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Turned off.
Yeah, I don't. It might have turned off while he was talking.
Alright, that's fine. You can keep on
It'd be funny if they did do The Witcher like the video
We're
games.
going to have to fire
yeah.
Joe.
And a
you meant the
monster
battery
hits
died.
the guy once and he just starts
Oh,
eating all the food he has on him.
We're going to have to fire Joe mid-pod.
We are firing.
Wait, where's my
Joe.
Nerf gun?
I
Oh.
did it.
You hit it.
Damn it.
Wait, was it off this whole time?
I don't know.
No.
It might have been off the entire episode.
Oh, it was
No,
off the
no,
entire
no.
episode. I think it was while he was talking.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright,
When he was
Alright,
talking,
well, let's-
that's
Can I
so
talk about The
specific.
Witcher real fast?
Oh, yeah, sure, of course.
Real, honestly, I'm so excited for this franchise to become a Netflix TV show. I think Henry Cavill is going to be great. I think the cast generally, I like the cast. I don't know any of their names, any of these beautiful girls, any of these
Oh, my God.
awesome people, any of
These beautiful girls.
I don't know any of these.
Well,
these
look,
actors.
that's a part of the appeal of the Witcher franchise.
True.
I'm just ready to see some.
You know, Will
Medieval
got that
Batman.
achievement for
Yeah.
The Witcher.
Medieval
For The
Batman?
Witcher.
He's like some
Every
medieval
fucking sex
Batman.
Not like a Robin Hood.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't you know Bo?
Okay, well, let's do our reviews because
Say Boba.
we're losing.
Over
Blah, 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 blah,
unders for The Witcher
65.
at 65.
Joe, we'll let you kick off because you might be the biggest Witcher nerd here. Unless you
Drum roll,
like
please.
Witcher. Unless you want to fight him on that.
I've watched my friend play the whole thing.
go with a 100% fresh, hottest take of the day.
Wow.
All right.
I'm not even gonna put it in. I'm gonna give you one more chance to do it.
All right,
Do
give
it
me an
right.
85. I'll take an 85.
Joe, if I have to do this again,
I've never
we're gonna
seen
have to
someone talk down so easily before.
Yeah, what the hell?
That's like if you went over to the edge and you're like, I'm gonna jump, and someone's just like, don't do it, and you're like, okay.
You got it.
Alright.
How'd you know I needed to hear that today?
It's like, I wasn't talking to you, I was on the phone, dude.
No, you can jump, man. It doesn't matter. I'm on the phone.
It's like, dude, I'm trying to have a conversation here, alright?
Yeah, could you please shut up? Thanks. All right, Frankie, what do you got?
I'm gonna give it an 80.
All right, Lupo,
Gonna give it an 82.
an 80 as well, or an 82?
Oh, I'm sorry, an 82 the number.
Gotcha. Just had to check. Not 82 the position.
No, we could talk about that off.
All right, Bill.
I will do an E. Oh,
You won't be doing any E on this podcast.
Yup.
You'll be doing 0.
I'll go under and say 79 because I really have no idea.
Wait, isn't that over?
All right,
It's
that's
over.
No, it's 80, isn't it?
No, it's a 65.
Oh, I thought you for some reason.
Over it, what'd you say?
Well, I'll say over 79.
79.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
No,
I thought you said
Um,
80.
All right, I'm gonna
that's-
say over, but I'm gonna say 68.
Okay.
Why don't you make that 69?
Whoa. I don't know what you're referencing here, but...
We're PG.
All right, now
I'm just trying to get a sponsor.
we're on to the good part, right?
Yes. Now we are on to the good part.
But
What? Oh.
we're gonna do a review.
All right.
Really quickly.
Do I
Baskin
do-
Robbins mint chocolate chip Oreos.
Oh, this is how we're being paid?
This is our payment.
Or
So we'll do one bite. Everyone knows the rules. If you
There you
want
go.
one, by all means.
Do I have to eat it?
You don't want one? You're not a mint guy?
I'm not.
You don't have to eat it.
Really?
You don't have to eat
I'll
it.
do it.
dude,
I
mint
don't
is
like-
the best type of ice cream, though.
Oh, it smells disgusting, like
Mm.
a thin mint. I mean, they're not. It's not a disgusting smell, but it's not something I'm chewing on and spitting out. I'm eating it. Like,
Nah. This is good.
Amazing.
This is super good.
Super good.
wow, toothpaste in between two chocolate things. Are you people insane?
All right, there, negative Nancy.
All right, it's tasting better. I
Good.
get more of the chocolate cookie flavor, unless it's the
Dude,
mint.
it's like those fucking Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies.
100%.
It's so good.
But it's an Oreo version of it.
It's even better.
It's like you dropped an Oreo in my mouth and then you just squirted some toothpaste into it and just told me to swallow it up.
Thanks.
All right, what do we got?
Finish this.
Oh, it gets even
All right.
better when you have it as fucking fun.
Let's get on.
I wish we had a camera
Oh,
for him
jeez.
watching him
I
go.
know, All right. Let's get on to our main topic, our one and only topic. And it's from San Diego Comic-Con. It's Marvel's Phase 4 lineup.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think they were going to reveal the whole thing. I'm surprised they did, actually. But I'm very excited about it. I'm going to go down the list here of what they revealed. First movie that's coming out, May 1st, 2020, is Black Widow, a prequel story. I think in Budapest. Isn't that the place that they always bring up in
Yeah.
the movies?
It's right
Always.
after Winter Soldier.
Let's put a question mark on that and get back to that.
Big question mark.
Right.
Big question mark.
Taskmaster is revealed in concept art. He's going to be the villain. Very hyped about
They
that.
played scenes at
They
Comic-Con.
did show footage of it, yes.
Yup. I
Um,
looked everywhere. It's not there. Can't
Yeah.
find it.
David Harbour from Stranger Things, who plays the officer, he is casted.
Hopper, right?
Hopper, yeah.
Oh,
he he is casted as Red Guardian. I don't know who Red Guardian is. I'm assuming he's like a side hero or a sidekick or some sort of deal like that. Not too
It's
sure.
safe to say he's definitely red.
He's definitely red. He is
He's
definitely red.
also a guy.
He's also a guy. Yes.
And I will predict that he will die because he was not in Avengers. And this is a prequel.
oh well.
Well,
yeah, this is
no.
probably going back. Yeah, you know what? You're
Probably.
right. You're right.
Yep, all right.
Unless just something
Could
awful
be,
happens
could
to him and he
be,
retires.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, could maybe just say he's not about it anymore.
Yeah.
He's
After
Got it.
after Black Widow, we have the Falcon and Winter Soldier coming to the Disney Plus streaming service
Okay.
in fall 2020. They released images today of Baron Zemo, who was the bad guy of Captain America: Civil War. They showed a blurry image of him wearing his classic costume with the mask over his head. I'm very excited for this after seeing those images, actually. I'm excited to see Falcon with the shield, even though I wasn't too happy about that part at first. I'm glad that Winter Soldier is still back. And I think it's going to be a very Winter Soldier vibe to it. The movie Winter Soldier. I think it's going to have those spy aspect, I guess, to it.
So you're not happy that they have the shield?
I wasn't at first, but one of you guys convinced me that it was like
happy about
Falcon was always
super happy
doing the.
about
Oh,
it.
you did. You were like Winter Soldier has done bad in his past. Falcon was always good.
Yeah, Falcon's always
So-
been on the team of good.
Yeah.
I feel like he's more justified for it. I think
Exactly.
as much as like apparently they just play very well together and they're both. So I was reading today that apparently both of them share it.
Oh, okay.
So like apparently it's mainly Falcons, but then like if they're fighting, I could
pass
definitely
it
see
along.
it like the Thor hammer. Like,
I would love
that.
Hell
and
yeah.
I think that's gonna be their concept behind it. Look, I think they have great chemistry. Not to really dive too deep into it, I think Disney's playing very smart because they're not good enough to get their own movies yet. I think Winter Soldier would have awesome potential too eventually. Falcon, not as much of a grab personally, but I think TV is a great start for them. And realistically, you could kill one of them off in the show if you wanted. Not saying it's part of their plan, but if not, keep them alive. And then when the next phase comes and Galactus comes and murks some people, they could be the first ones to go.
For sure.
Sadly enough, I'd be mad, but yeah, no, I agree. Great show, hyped.
Galactus.
After that comes out, the movie Eternals will be coming out. Another prequel story.
Very excited.
Is that Nova? Who is
Steve
that?
Matt.
No, not Nova. That's I think no, not Galactus. I think
Who are the Eternals?
They're
they're
thousands of years in the past super beings.
Yeah.
And they're basically just
Aren't they blue people with big heads?
no. Those are the ones from the Observers.
Those
Yeah.
Watchers,
Right.
The
Watchers.
The
The
Watcher's
Watchers.
gonna be in that movie.
The Watcher's going to be in the show. What if?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
We'll get to that.
But no, yeah. Eternals, pretty good cast. Angelina Jolie, Camille, something Nanjiani. I don't want to mispronounce it. The one that was just in Stuber. Steve Madden. No, Steve Madden.
No, I have Richard Madden.
Peyton Manning, Eli Manning,
Derek Jeter.
Derek Carr.
They bring the whole O-line with
Yup,
them too.
yeah.
Tom Brady.
Can't
They're
forget
all
that
in
name.
it.
Richard Madden,
Thank you.
who played Robb Stark in Game of Thrones. He is going to be casted as Icarus. Couldn't tell you anything about him. Angelina Jolie was casted as Thena. Couldn't tell you anything about her.
I can already tell you two things about both of those people. Those
Sure.
are gods,
Yeah.
Roman.
Are they?
Yes,
Yes.
they're
Icarus
concepts
and Athena.
behind Roman gods. Like
what was the
in
first one you
general.
said?
I mean, Thena.
Icarus.
Yeah.
Thena definitely
It's like
sounded
No,
like.
they're all I think concepts behind gods.
Athena's the goddess of
mythology.
wisdom, right?
But again, it's
Yeah.
to my knowledge, what the concept is it's thousands of years in the past of the Marvel universe, and I think it's a fight over power because they basically all are god level people.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Because if
that's
it's
a
thousands of
cool
years in the past, what is it doing on the timeline? In my opinion, like
Literally.
You never know.
No,
it
you
could.
don't.
There could be that one thing that keeps on going.
In
through
all
the rest of the
honesty,
movies.
this might be a really hot take. I would love to see them at the end of the movie all die,
Mm-hmm.
and it's whatever they do causes a chain reaction to create Galactus. Obviously, Galactus has a backstory that is more depth than that.
Yeah.
But I would love to see
Yeah,
that,
maybe.
like, that could be the thing that sparks Galactus, and then boom, 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 boom. Then we get to that point.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes
eventually.
sense for gods to make a force of nature.
But that's what I'm saying, you know. I obviously I might be like hurting a lot of comic fans here by them. Oh, Galactus has been
Yeah, I'm
whatever.
sorry, you're
Yeah,
All right,
sorry,
but to
but
those
I'm just
comic
saying,
book fans, do you remember freaking Smoke Vape Galactus in the last Fantastic Four movie?
yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Whatever, it's going to be better than that.
Vape,
all right?
vape
So
God
just-
Galactus.
Yeah. I'm gonna
But-
blow the biggest clouds on this planet.
Then what do we have next after that?
Sorry, chewing
Choking on
something.
the
Are you
Oreo.
okay, dude?
Yeah, fine.
Get the
The
medkit.
toothpaste tasted good.
Oh,
Yes, it did.
it still tastes.
Toothpaste doesn't taste bad.
Next, after
Do I
the
eat it? No.
Don't you end up eating something?
Oh my God, Joe!
all right,
Causing controversy.
after Eternals, they're coming out with another movie. It's called Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yeah.
It comes out
Bling,
on
bling.
February 12th, 2021. Simu Liu. I hope I'm saying that right.
Would you like to say that again, please?
Simu Liu.
Can you say it with a funny accent?
No,
No,
don't do
no,
that.
I will not do
We're a
that.
PC podcast here.
Oh, you see, you thought I meant Asian. Maybe I meant French or something.
Shut up.
We're very PC here.
Simu
Alright,
Liu
Joe,
is
goddamn.
casted as Shang-Chi. Tony Leung is casted as the Mandarin. So the Mandarin,
Bad guy.
if you recall from Iron Man 3, he was the big threat, but it ended up not being real, and the villain was Aldrich Killian, the fire guy. Flame guy.
What even was that power? They turned.
Flames.
They turned red.
Flame on!
And then they made.
I don't know. It was just
Energy.
able to go through the Iron Man armor. That's all that really mattered for Tony's case.
Nothing.
But you know those shorts that they made for like the DVDs for Thor. It was a one shot of Agent Coulson driving down to Mexico where the hammer was in the first Thor movie,
Oh, yeah.
and they had another short of something else. Well, there was a short with Trevor, the actor playing the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, and he's in jail. And at the end of the story, the actual Mandarin is out there. It reveals that. So it's awesome that Kevin Feige was just placing all these little Easter eggs in these movies to
Yeah.
lead up to Shang-Chi. You know, like, who would have thought?
I think the super cool thing about this too is I don't know almost anything about this. I think again it's a cool Easter egg, but I think it's awesome because we're gonna see a huge Asian presence in the theaters with this movie.
Yes.
Probably.
It's gonna be really cool to just watch what that does because they love movies in general. So, and again, it's cool to see that we're diversifying just in general with these, with movies. Like there's in technically speaking, there's an African American, Black or
Just,
Captain America.
If I got
There's,
this right, each of his rings has a different power, right?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, because in Iron Man, that movie, the third one that had Mandarin, his organization was just called the Ten Rings.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Ten Rings are supposed to be all the powers that he
That
has
he
on
owns.
each
Yeah.
one.
What's after 6 rings, 2 chains?
Two chains.
Last thing I want to say about Shang-Chi, I hope it's a very Bruce Lee vibe.
I mean,
It has to be,
it's
right?
gonna, it's.
I really do.
I'm
hope
not.
it's like
I'm
that.
not worried about that in the slightest. But
Yeah.
I'm not
So,
even remotely
I
worried
don't
about
know.
that.
And we kind
Because-
of got a little taste of that with the Ronin action in Endgame when he was fighting.
I'm telling you right now, they're 100% going to take that route. Maybe not as dark in that sense with Ronin, but it's going to happen. There's no way they don't. They're playing too much. They're putting way too many chips in the middle for this movie to not make it that. It has to be.
Gotcha.
I'm very interested, and I think that, I've never heard this person before, and I know a fairly decent amount about Marvel. I think with all of the success that Marvel's been having, they're not afraid to take
Absolutely not.
Chances.
chances, right? Like, this is a chance movie, I feel like.
They're
and
doing
I think it's gonna be
Eternals.
really good.
They're doing Eternals. It's
Right.
like,
I think they're taking a lot of chances, actually, with this phase. I thought there would be outrage with the whole Disney Plus edition in the first place, and I haven't seen really anyone
No.
talk about it at all.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I guess they just haven't given people a reason to doubt them yet,
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And also,
I
what are
told
you
Frank
gonna?
the other day? I'm
are you
still
gonna do
waiting for
otherwise?
Mantis and the Wasp, the movie.
Just in the water.
Yeah. Fighting Goliath.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the next
Dude,
movie.
I'd be-
Anyone that came out of the portal.
I'd be so down.
I'm
for,
waiting for Squirrel Girl, yo.
Yes.
Squirrel
Girl.
Girl the movie,
I don't
yes.
care what you guys say. I'm still invested in DC.
Is that just like Sandy Cheeks?
the Weasel, baby?
I was about to say.
The Weasel, baby.
All right. So after Shang-Chi comes out, another Disney Plus show will be coming out after that in spring of 2021, WandaVision. It's the show with Scarlet Witch and the Vision. Don't know if it's going to be a prequel story where Vision's involved because we all know he's dead, or it's going to be Vision in Scarlet Witch's head because they are both connected somehow still with the stone. The stone is what gave her her powers. So I could see that happening. The most interesting part about this is that this series will lead directly into Doctor Strange 2, which we'll talk about next. But I think we are going to see a Scarlet Witch go mad, and that's playing off a comic line that that they did in the comics, where she goes mad and I think she like kills everyone in the Marvel universe or something to a large extent like that.
So that would be a shitty Phase 5.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool, though.
The end. No, I know. I'm just...
Yeah, because then obviously Doctor Strange is going to be like, well, I got to do something about this.
Yeah, exactly. Wasn't very excited about the show when it first was announced. Now that I know that it's directly connected to Doctor Strange 2, very interested.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
I'm super interested in almost everything that has to do with everything that's on this list.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say is I don't like Vision. I really don't.
I don't like Vision either.
I think Vision had a cool part. I think he's if you think about it, Vision is one of the most powerful Avengers. Well,
Yeah.
rest in peace, my guy. Dead.
Allegedly,
Dunzo.
man.
Head is knocked in.
Yeah.
My
But
man got nerfed hard.
In my
the Avengers.
opinion, just nothing there has ever made me go, wow, I like him. Wow, he's awesome. Like, I had more of a relationship with Quicksilver dying.
Yeah.
I enjoyed his character more.
Isn't that kind of the point, though? Because Vision's not a human.
No,
It'd be
I
weird
know,
if you related to him.
But no, I the thing with it is, like, I mean, dude, you could say you relate to C-3PO and R2-D2. Like, people fall in love with those characters, and they're complete idiot robots.
Sure,
one doesn't even talk,
relate to
one
them?
talks. Not relate. I'm not saying I meant relate. Like Vision, I'm not meaning like, that's my guy. I had dealt with that yesterday. He's trying to be human though. So that's when in the last movie, or the second to last movie? I don't even remember. It was Infinity War, right? When they were chasing him. Yeah. Infinity War. He's trying to become a human, and he's like transitioning more into that. I don't know. I think we're gonna probably get way too much sappy love story behind those.
I'm not.
I'm not in. I don't care.
I'm definitely not about that either.
In all honesty, I want to see her
go crazy.
No, I want to see her with someone else. I would love to see her end up with someone else in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like Doctor Strange.
No.
Why not?
He's a bachelor.
Rest in peace.
Let's move right into the next one. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the movie that's coming out right after WandaVision.
Doctor Strange, the spooky, scary story.
That title actually sounds like it's just ripped from a comic book, like
that's the title on a comic book.
Probably
100%. Like, I could see me walking in the store and that being what I would have bought back.
Isn't this going to be a legit horror movie?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, Marvel has confirmed that this is going to be their first ever horror movie.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're using horror, because at the end of the day,
super excited.
Well,
I'm super excited,
know.
but it's more I'm trying to just wrap my head around it. Because you
gotta look at it. This he's always been going through horrifying stuff.
No,
his first movie,
yeah.
the only reason he won was because he repeatedly threw himself to death over and over again until he got bored of killing him. Which is pretty horrifying. And then in freaking Avengers, he had the Ebony Maw guy torture him by putting glass into his body.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, in Infinity War, he literally knew that they were going to die. He had to watch them die millions of times.
I hope we see that.
I think if you want to get into theoreticals here, I would love to see that multiverse, that scary multiverse. I would love to see that when they drop the Captain America getting decapitated.
Ooh, yeah.
If they have any time that they can, it's then. I was more saying, who's the villain? Nightmare?
That's what's rumored to be.
I think that got confirmed.
Maybe.
We could probably guess and say it's Nightmare. I mean,
makes sense.
It would probably make sense.
Yeah.
Thematically,
again, I know nothing about him in the comics. I'm more just excited because I'm excited to see what their take on horror is.
Of course.
Because we were talking about it before. Is it a creepy horror? Is it a jump scare horror? Is it a graphic horror? Because it's not going to be rated R. It's not going to be rated R.
It's not going to be a gory...
not gory.
Dude,
not gory.
They will never
It's a rated
touch
MA movie.
They will never touch rated R. It's not going to in my opinion. I might be wrong,
Dumb
but I
parents
don't
take
think...
their kids to see the new Doctor Strange movie.
I'm glad you said that. I might be saying this too early in the podcast, but they said mutants are coming to Marvel, and
that will get an R.
That will get an R. So maybe this will be the prelude.
Well,
I'm talking more just Marvel, the cinematic.
That's who the
universe
main bad guy is of Doctor Strange. It's Deadpool.
Oh my!
He's just screwing with them the whole time.
It's Danny Phantom. Shut up.
How many franchises are you gonna put me in?
I'm excited for the next couple.
Anyway, it comes out on May 7th, 2021. Scarlet Witch is going to be playing a part in the movie. And this is when I was going to say I could see it being a horror movie because do you remember Age of Ultron in the beginning?
Yeah.
Where she, like, weirdly crept around, like, it was, like, creepy?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Just tiptoeing around.
But really quickly before we could transition to the next one.
Yeah.
What is this in between?
What do you mean?
If it's going to lead up to the second...
WandaVision comes out.
Yeah, and then Doctor Strange 2.
Doctor Strange 2.
What's after Doctor Strange? Because Vision's still alive in WandaVision, Doctor Strange, like...
Oh, this is definitely going to be in present time for Doctor Strange.
Isn't
it
Vision
definitely
dead
is.
dead?
He is, but
Well, it's
I
like
feel
Frank
like
was saying before. Maybe Vision's in her head, and that's what's making her crazy.
No,
Yeah.
there's no... I feel like there's no way they would have Wanda... no, what? No, I lied. I'm not going to touch
It's in
that.
the
I'm not
name.
going to touch that. I'm not going to touch it.
WandaVision, yeah, you're
I'm not
right.
going to touch it.
You're right.
She has a Scarlet
That's
Witch.
why I just said.
Yeah.
Because I'd love to say that it's going to be the two of them, but I could very much see that she took on his powers when she tried to save him. He got dusted.
He got dusted.
Maybe.
Joe, do you have anything?
Makes me think he
Or
tried
you
to run a
just- Or you just
40-yard
waiting
dash
for the
and he just got
final culmination of everything?
I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
I'm like excited for Doctor Strange. I don't know how well Marvel's gonna do like the whole hard.
Well, that's why we're saying, yeah.
No,
Isn't
like,
it
I'm
Blumhouse?
skeptical about it.
What?
Wait,
Not
Blum-
Blumhouse. It's not.
I thought it.
Really?
Yeah, I heard they're working with them.
They might be working
Oh
with
god,
people
that gets
with-
me
from
so.
them.
That gets me so not hyped.
Well, we know it's going to be great.
I mean, yeah,
Don't say anything about
Disney. It's Feige. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
All
Next,
hail Disney over.
next up after Doctor Strange, we have Loki, the show that's coming out on the Disney Plus streaming service in spring 2021. Loki will be going through several parts of time in human history to do things in his favor.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting.
Yes.
I think that Endgame showed him taking that stone and he teleported away. I think it's going to be directly right from that,
Cool.
and I think it's a great concept. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was confirmed actually. What you just
Was
said.
it?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, it's 100%.
It is the same Loki that escaped from Hulk.
Very
I think
good.
I'm less excited about it compared to the other stuff, but I'm still excited.
Sure.
Like, you know, I'm excited for all this. It's more towards my bottom of the list, and it's just because of some of the stuff that is on the bottom that we'll continue to get to.
Mhm.
That's just
Alright,
me.
I'm shocked that he is still around. Like they are still making this dude
No, but
relevant.
he
4 phases later, I thought he was gonna be dead after
nah,
the first
people
Avengers
fell in love
movie.
with him, man.
Yeah, well, he was dead, but like,
Yeah.
he just keeps on coming back and coming back and coming back. I'm super impressed with his character, and I
Yeah.
love his arc.
I'm just thinking about it now. Like, he could very well take that space stone and time travel to present time and just be back in the movies again and be in the next Thor movie, you know?
Which
Like,
is unfortunate because I would have wished like Heimdall maybe do that instead of him, but like
instead of Loki? No, I don't think so. I would have rather
See, I
have
think
Loki back.
there were so many things I was invested in Heimdall being like the key to.
Okay.
Like I was convinced that he was like one of the stones, and like I was super
Okay.
like I
Thanos just grabs him.
no, I
grabs
well,
him.
so if you
Sorry,
look
go
back,
on,
like
go
there's
on.
tons of things that show that like that he either had it in his sword or like there were Easter eggs pointing to the fact that he was the protector of the one that was actually still in Asgard. Sorry,
Okay.
but again, I'm wrong. Would have been a cool character. I thought Idris Elba would have been really cool to be continued in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Definitely. He's a
And I
great
would have
actor.
liked to have seen a dark version of Heimdall, in my opinion. That would have been really cool if, like, he maybe had like a Ronin type of style that when he went to when he went back to Earth.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he is an Asgardian warrior who fights with like a big bastard sword.
So that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, imagine like a
He
dark
cleaves
version of him.
people.
Like, imagine like a broken up armor, no helmet, like maybe like the sword broken in half.
Or he's got a robot arm.
All right. What if?
Maybe.
What if?
What a transition!
What a
if
transition.
it
Who knew
was
that was
purple?
coming? Not me.
So right after Loki, we got What If, which comes out summer 2021 on the Disney Plus streaming service. And basically it's a show where it's going to be random scenarios. It's going to be a cartoon.
Yeah.
But I heard that if whatever characters they're adding to their story, say it's Captain America, say it's Loki or whatever, like the actual actors will be voice acting them,
Yes,
which is
that's
cool.
confirmed.
Yeah, that I think that's very cool.
That's interesting. Huh?
So, And maybe they'll just bring in other superheroes that they haven't brought into the movies yet. It's like, what if Squirrel Girl was in Infinity War and, it just got solved just like that? Like, it could be random stuff like that. I'm very excited for it. What do you guys think?
I'm really excited. I hope for Spider-Man they somehow do something that's looks like Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Because that animation is top-notch.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Verse was so good.
Yeah.
No, you got it, Joe. You're good.
I was gonna say I would love to see some crazy scenarios like I don't know, Hulk going haywire. Just like,
I want to see the Hulk versus Thor one, because that's a thing in the comics when they fight each other, and they just keep going at each other harder and harder until like the Guardians or whatever have to like go out to Earth and be like, you guys need to like chill. Like, the planet's gonna like implode.
I think it's a super cool concept. I think that it is a genius Disney platform service. If you guys don't know, Disney has made it very adamant that anyone that's trying to get on there needs an account. Like, they have made it very clear that it is going to be through subscription, through a login. You're not finding it any other way. So I'm guessing that Disney's going to start like cracking down on that stuff.
There's
always ways around it. You're right,
ways,
but I think
which
Disney
you shouldn't do.
Yeah, but if anyone's gonna shut that shit down, it's Disney, in my opinion. Like, they're gonna do
Disney
it.
truly is the Thanos of business.
Yeah. If you think about it, they're 100%. You see the Mickey Mouse where he was collecting all the stones. There was a meme a while ago. It was so funny when he acquired like X-Men and then like Fox. He was like boom, boom.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really excited. I think there's a ton they can do with it, and I think it's gonna just be one of those things because we all do it. We all say, like, what if this person died? What if this person didn't die? What if this person was in the cinematic universe?
What if Quicksilver never died?
What if Quicksilver never died? What if the Silver Surfer was here? And
What
it's
if the
also
first
great
Iron
ways
Man
to
movie
kind of
wasn't
just...
good?
It's ways to see it. And then I would love it for if the show ended on a note if, like, the what if actually was a what. Could be a great way to transition. Like, whatever the show ended with...
Okay.
Was actually them leading into a story. Like, the last chapter of the show was them talking about how blank survived, Thanos somehow survived. Obviously he didn't, but like, just someone survives. Tony Stark didn't die. Well, this person didn't die. Jake Gyllenhaal's back. Like, that. Something to intro it back and bring it back into the phase where it's like, okay, you got the show, it was great, boom, now we're going to go right back into phase 5, ending it off and go into phase 6. I think there's a ton that they can do with it, so it's super exciting.
All right. After the What If show comes out, another show comes out. It's Hawkeye.
So much.
Hawkeye in the fall of 2021 on the Disney Plus streaming service. Whatever.
I say the same thing, and I'm like a little surprised myself because I really enjoy Hawkeye a lot, and I enjoyed him especially in the last movie. I thought Jeremy Renner himself stepped up to the plate, but the show, like, I am done with Hawkeye's story. Like,
See,
I think he's done. Like,
I think this is. I think
He's
you guys
definitely
are
had his
reading.
time.
I think you guys are reading too much into this though, because I don't think it's Hawkeye. I think it's Hawkeye's daughter gonna be Hawkeye, and him gonna be Ronin. I think that is gonna be the concept behind it.
That would be
Do you think
cool, I
there'll be a
guess.
time skip?
I think that would
Because
be
she
so
is
much
fucking
better.
Young,
Oh well,
dude.
yeah,
She's
but I
10 years
mean,
old.
this movie's
Just
coming out
fucking
in
just running around
2023.
No, dude.
I got him.
She's
Actually, she's older.
she's older.
She's older now. Because
She
of the
got
snap.
snapped.
No, but she got
the
snapped,
blip-
and then there was 6 years.
And then 5
No.
years, and then
5
it was-
years.
She did not age.
She didn't age. You don't
Hawkeye
No.
aged 5 years.
You don't age after.
well, because
That's
you're
what's
not
explained
affiliated.
in
You came
Spider-Man.
out of it. You're
Didn't
right.
they?
You're right.
Didn't they explain that in Spider-Man?
I
Listen
thought
to
they
me.
said
They
yeah,
did
wait.
explain it in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
MJ and Spider-Man are still high school age, like because they got blipped. The other kid that they thought MJ was crushing on
He was
the
in
whole time
6th grade,
was
and then
21 because he
Uh-huh.
did not get blipped. And then they even said in the morning announcements, the guy was like, "Yeah, my younger brother's older than me now." I don't get it, but like whatever. Which means obviously, since you're my older brother, if you got poofed and I didn't, and I aged 5 years, I would be 27, and if you came back, you would still be 23.
Yeah, right.
You know, that just makes the whole subplot of that guy being the other love interest that much creepier now that you remind me he's 21 and she's a high school girl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the other guy. Yeah, whatever. I think it's
gonna escape on it.
we're not gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole. No, I think at the end of the day, regardless of whatever it is, I think let's even put her at 13, technically speaking. You could make the movie 5 years then, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and then she's 18, so you can make her a superhero at 18 years old. How old is Tom Holland? No, but I'm saying this movie, I'm hoping, is not right after Endgame. I'm hoping it's a couple years afterwards.
Is
so
this
she's
the
not going to
last thing in the
stay.
timeline, or is there
It's
one
the
more
second
thing?
to last.
There is
second to last.
one last one.
So depending on the last thing, they might have room for a time skip.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Stopped.
How
Yeah.
did it stop?
Nah,
I just heard it click.
It died. That's all. Yeah, you guys could keep on talking about something.
So that's basically it. Super hyped on that. I would say I think most of us are not as hyped as all the other stuff.
Yeah.
I like it because I like Ronan's character. I think it could be super cool that you
Like-
could introduce Ronan and her, and then it would be an awesome story arc to have Ronan die and her fully take the mantle.
That would be cool.
Because I think that's definitely a plan. And that's someone that a villain could kill off, and that could be a great way to get all of the Avengers back together. Like, fully invested again if they killed him off. Because he is one of the original guys.
Yeah.
So if you just murdered Hawkeye, that's a great way to not only get his daughter fully invested, as well as the team back together to try to take down
And
whoever
that's
it
big.
is.
That's
That's big.
big.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And that's sadly enough, that's a character you can kill off. Because
Yeah.
there's tons of other storylines you need to address. So that
If they
kills
killed
off
Hawkeye. Who of the original Avengers
Hulk.
would Hulk and
Thor.
right?
Hulk and Thor
that
are
would
the
just
only
be
ones
the
left.
only
That
ones
would be
left.
it.
That'd be it, yeah.
Yep. And then I think we see. I would love to say we see Hulk or Thor die soon, but I don't think so.
Dude, there's
I think
there's
Hulk
like a
might
zero.
die. I think Hulk might die in Phase 6. But Phase 6.
Phase
We're in
6.
Phase 5. Yeah, but I don't
They
think
won't
they're
be.
planning on giving him a movie. They
Why
tried
don't they
that
give
how
Hulk
many
a
times?
movie, man?
Yeah, they
That-
tried that 3 times, and I don't think it worked
That's
out well.
due to Universal because they own the rights to a solo Hulk movie.
And they don't want to touch that because of the whole Spider-Man thing.
It's a
Let's
shame, dude.
move on to
The
the
best.
last one.
Would we all agree that this is our favorite?
Yes.
I need to hear it.
I know it's yours.
All
I
right.
probably
I need to hear it
mine.
again.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh yeah,
Hell
Mine,
yeah,
yeah.
not my
My-
favorite. But
What?
I'm super excited. Top
Wow.
Coming back on November 5th, 2021.
I'm so
Taika
hyped.
Waititi
Yep.
is returning to direct.
And
Natalie Portman is also returning to
And-
wield the hammer as female Thor. And last
wait,
thing
is the Thor hammer confirmed that she'll have it, or is she going to have her own weapon?
listen,
She held
Taika
the
Waititi
Mjolnir.
gave.
Yeah, but that's
That's as
fine.
confirmed as it gets.
Okay, that's fine. I think that's more of the gimmick of the buy-in for her character.
Maybe.
But I would love to see it. I'm
I think
only
it's
asking that
happening.
because I'm saying, where is that hammer?
That you're right.
I thought the hammer was gone.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna make a new one.
Why would it
Okay.
be gone?
How
I
many
thought it-
dying
Captain
Captain
stars?
America returned it
In
in the
Endgame.
past.
Yeah, he brought it back.
Returned the hammer to the past?
Returned the hammer to the Dark Elves timeline.
Yeah. But she could have
I
it.
remember that.
Yeah,
happening.
he had the briefcase and the hammer in his
Yeah.
hand when he went to go.
And then he came back
Oh,
without
yeah.
either one.
Yeah.
When he was returning all the stones and stuff.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I mean, you got to return the hammer. Because if you
Why?
didn't return
She
the
could-
hammer,
she could have
then
it, though.
how would past Thor defend himself?
Yeah.
Until you
Oh.
know.
No, she could 100% have it. I would love to see it. And look, it could be a great plot point. I'm only saying it because I might like to see another weapon introduced. I
Maybe
think that'd
what's
be
his
cool.
name is gonna. Maybe Peter Dinklage comes back and makes a new hammer. Like they could just do that,
Okay.
you know,
I
for
thought
in
that
Thor.
Can we just talk about Natalie Portman? Like, why? What happened with her?
She
Why is
didn't. She
back?
came out and said that she didn't like the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
She made a comment blatantly saying comic book movies are stupid, and
Damn.
they straight up were like, okay, you're not going to be featured in one for a little bit, and then obviously they had to introduce her in this last one so they could kind of tease her, but I think it's cool. All right,
I
well,
think it's
so
cool.
they like just.
I mean,
put
she's
her in
entitled to her
timeout for a
opinion, you
little
know,
bit.
but like,
yeah, they just timed her out. I mean, again, I think it was both just kind of let both parties just kind of do their thing for a little, and then it was like, okay, now we're back to business.
I was shocked to see her in Endgame.
I think you had to. I think it was a big point of
Yeah.
it. Like she did have it,
True.
so you needed to make it easy for them to get it in some way, shape, or form. But
One last thing I want to say about it is Valkyrie will be the first LGBTQ
character.
character.
Love it.
Yeah,
Super cool.
I think it's super cool. Yeah.
About it, I like Valkyrie.
I'm not even gonna lie. I thought she was totally into Thor. That was just like
I thought so too. I thought that was going to be a thing.
because I thought that was gonna be a cool love interest, love triangle that Natalie Portman, Thor, and her would have had.
They
I
can
thought
make
that would
her
have been.
bi.
Well, yeah, I understand, but I'm just saying, like, I thought that would have been cool.
First
It would be cool
Marvel
to see her
poly
have a crush
couple.
on Natalie Portman instead.
Oh
Like,
my
Thor
god,
instead of him.
Yeah,
Boom.
they're both
You're
fighting
welcome.
over.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Like,
that would be so good.
Because that would be so crushing to Thor's ego, and I think that would be really funny.
Yeah, that
But
would be awesome.
I would love that.
You didn't
Oh my
hear it here.
gosh.
You didn't hear it here first. You can all look back on this podcast and however many years it is down the line, and thank
That
you.
was
freaking
that
old
was a
men
good take.
with, like,
That was a good
Thank
take.
you very much.
Good one.
That's a great take.
That is a great
honestly.
take.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
that's gonna happen.
Probably my best. I'll write it up
You
in
need
the
a
rafters.
belt, Frank. You need to like.
I need a WWE. We need a WWE belt for the person with the best take. on the
Yeah,
podcast.
for real, yeah.
Maybe some confetti comes
Great.
down.
Let's
and
talk
everything.
about the ones that were not talked about.
Well, one thing that was talked about
Go
was
on.
Blade to be a part of Phase 5,
Gonna be
and Mahershala Ali,
Mahershala
Mahershala
Ali
Ali,
was in the Green Book. Yeah.
casted as Blade. He played Cottonmouth in the Luke Cage shows. Luke Cage one season he was only in.
I love that.
I'm excited about it.
He's a super good actor. He's
House of
amazing in my
Cards, he
opinion.
was great.
Yeah, he's in.
He made that Luke Cage
He is,
season
right?
bearable to
He was
watch.
Cottonmouth,
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
He was Cottonmouth
No.
in that.
Not in House of Cards.
He was in House of Cards, alright?
Oh.
If you're talking about Cottonmouth from
Cottonmouth from Luke Cage.
yeah, he was in House of Cards. I can't think of
He was?
What
his name
do
was
the
Remy.
Disney
Remy
Plus shows
Was he really?
mean
No,
for
aren't they
the
different
Netflix
actors?
shows?
I think they're
The
completely
Netflix shows
Come
are just
on.
done.
No, I'm pretty sure they're
Racist.
different
It's gonna look
actors.
really
Really?
bad when it doesn't.
Has it
when it's
never
not the
happened?
case.
They have such different faces.
Oh, it's gonna be. No, he's in it. You're right.
Wait, really?
You're so right.
Is he the Remy guy?
He is
I don't know,
Remy.
I'm looking
bang,
it up.
bang, bang.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
I watched House of Cards too many times
Did
before
I
it all
miss it?
went downhill.
I didn't watch the new season, but
Fuck
I'm
you,
excited
Kevin
for it.
Spacey.
I don't have it.
Damn it.
Spacey's canceled, confirmed on the pod.
Kevin Feige stated that the following projects are also in development. We got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, obviously.
Hell yeah.
Black Panther 2.
Bang.
Captain Marvel 2.
Bang.
And, of course, the Fantastic Four and X-Men.
Damn.
Those
Exciting.
last two, man, I'm praying.
This is crazy.
praying for their...
No word on the following movies. Ant-Man 3.
Okay.
Not too happy about that. Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Nothing on Spider-Man.
That's false.
There's nothing on Spider-Man yet.
Tom Holland's contract ends after a third solo Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, but we're talking about like actual like information on the movie.
They're gonna-
with the development and stuff.
They're going to announce
gonna-
a new
he's-
deal.
I mean,
Development-wise, it has definitely not started, but there will be one.
oh, absolutely.
It's gonna be Phase 6. I think everything that you're mentioning right here is gonna be a Phase 6.
No.
You're talking about they just announced everything in Phase 5. I think there's a lot. Maybe they'll add one or two of
I
these
think
movies,
things are
but
gonna
I
pop
think
up.
besides that, I think if you put all your chips in the
hope
middle with
Ant-Man
all of
gets a
that,
show,
it's way
honestly.
too much.
I'll watch an Ant-Man show. I would want that with the three goons. Like I think that would be so funny if they keep doing like that like cutscene gag where like someone talks like really fast. You know what I'm talking about?
Like in my opinion, I think Ant-Man and Spider-Man keep for the next phase and put Avengers 5 at the end of this phase. If you really wanted to do it that way, put Avengers 5 after everything we get here, end it with Avengers 5, start it up with then, I would probably recommend Spider-Man, and then kick into like an Ant-Man, which is more of like a lower tone movie. But
I think Marvel and Sony are going to announce a new deal that they make with, keeping Spider-Man alive in the MCU.
100%.
And then they'll announce another Spider-Man movie. And I think Spider-Man's going to jump out in Phase 4 somewhere. Like, towards the end,
I mean,
I
he's
think.
going to swing
I
out?
thought you were saying he was gonna die.
No.
Like
Wait,
jump
what-
out a
what-
window.
what is the
That
deal with
the way it
Sony?
didn't work.
So, I mean, Disney and Sony made a deal because Sony owns the Spider-Man movie rights.
Yeah.
So, Disney and Sony made a deal so Spider-Man could be in the MCU. And so you're wrong about Tom Holland's contract with the third one. He had a contract for Civil War, Spider-Man, Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame, and Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, but he said
and
3
that's it.
solo movies.
Yeah, he did.
Did he say 3 solo
I
movies?
thought
did
it was
say
3.
solo
I thought it
movies.
would be 3. He said 3 solo. I feel like it would be 3 solo. I feel like that would make the most sense
It would make the most sense.
because
yeah.
it's like because he's in those movies, but it's not his movies. So as much as it's like you're renting Spider-Man out, and then you're fully charging full admission when it's his movies. You know
In
what
that
I'm
case,
saying?
dude, maybe they're not that eager to do Spider-Man 3.
But that's what
they
I'm
don't
saying.
want to
They're
give
not.
up the rights.
No,
to
they don't have to.
Spider-Man
They're gonna
again.
keep on to it as long as they can, in my opinion.
For sure.
All right. Do you want to say like what your favorite one is of it, and we'll wrap with that.
Wait, I'm so sorry. I have one last thought on that last topic. They could do Phase 6, like you said, make him a little bit older, and then introduce Miles Morales with the death of Peter Parker.
Bringing him from the
I don't
animated
know.
to the
I don't know if we'll see him die and Miles Morales introduced. I feel like they might work at the same time.
Well, Miles Morales has already been spoken about in the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, he's around, but
So, who knows? It could go.
I'm excited
full
to see
circle.
who that actually is going to be, though.
I know.
I'm very
Just as
excited
long as
to
they
see.
do him right, you know? What made Into the Spider-Verse so good was they made his character, like,
Oh,
perfect.
dude, into the we can't even get into the
Great
Spider-Verse.
movie.
Amazing movie. Oh, dude, good
10
movie.
out of 10.
Amazing.
I'm going to
movie.
watch it again.
I wouldn't say 10 out of 10. I'd put it in the 90s. I'd put it right in the low 90s.
I'd give that a 10 out of 10.
I'd give it a perfect.
It's hard to
score,
give things perfection. I would put it at a 93, in my opinion, but because it's the closest thing that I can give it without fully having to be like, you know. But it was. I mean, it was amazing.
It's probably the best Spider-Man movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
the best Spider-Man
for
movie
sure.
I've ever seen.
Spider-Man's good. It's not. I'm
not
not
knocking
saying
the
that.
other
I'm just saying
movies,
no. In general, Spider-Man's like. If you look at its body of work, you're like, I can see why it's the best one, you know? Like, there's some good ones,
Yeah,
but
you're right.
then there's some that you're like, oh, Andrew Garfield. I remember when Frankie was hyped for those ones.
We could rule this city together, Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oscorp. Hyped for that, by the way. Excited to see. Did you see the
JJ.
Easter egg? Did you see the Easter egg on the tower?
No.
When he's swinging the webs, you'll look up the YouTube video later. He's swinging through New York City, and there's a there's a thing that says 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then like the next thing is a question mark, and it's supposed to represent the phases of Marvel. That's what I've heard, or watching a YouTube video. So it gets to that next phase, and it said like question mark, and then it says like, "Are you ready?" And it's from a mystery company. So that's what people are trying to figure out. Is it going to be Mr. Fantastic owning the building?
Really?
Is it going to be Oscorp owning the building? What is it
Interesting.
going to be? Doctor Doom. I'm very excited. But
Excited for Dr. Doom.
so Joe, what's your favorite one? What are you the most excited about?
I want to say Thor. I honestly
Okay.
really like Natalie Portman in the Thor movies.
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
She wasn't bad. She wasn't bad. I liked her
Thor
too.
2 kind of sucked compared
No,
to that.
it sucked.
I
What do
just
you mean,
didn't-
I
kinda
forgot what Thor 2 was even about.
I didn't like
amazing.
how she was the center of it though. Of Thor 2, you know. I
Yeah.
didn't like that.
Yeah, because
But she's a good character.
I was sad to hear that she thought the Marvels or the superhero movies were stupid. But
well,
you know,
clearly
she-
she's
Okay.
changed her mind.
But you also gotta look at it this way. Like, imagine if we told you, like, you gotta go up there with a bunch of guys talking an accent and dress up in like this. Like, you know.
Yeah,
But how
whatever.
much money are you getting?
She's
paid?
making tons of money.
The money,
That's not an
yeah, for
excuse.
sure. But that doesn't change the fact that, like, inside your head, you're like, I can't believe it.
Shouldn't have signed up for the first Thor, then, in my opinion. But
Well, no, she's an actress.
Bill Hader, what do you think?
About my
Most excited for?
most excited for. All right, I'm gonna have to say Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Super
and then-
scary Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's my favorite. My most excited movie, most excited show is What If.
Okay.
Frank?
I'll have to say Doctor Strange is my favorite. Well, most anticipated.
You guys
Um,
got to me first.
I'll also do show-wise as well. And I'll do... I think I'm most anticipated for Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also am most excited for the Doctor Strange movie.
Yep.
It's just, it's gonna be a horror movie from Marvel, like with magic. Like that sounds
Yeah.
great to me.
Sounds cool.
I can't wait.
Hell yeah.
TV show though,
WandaVision.
that could. It depends on what that's about. That could be good.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I'm not really too hyped about any of them. The TV show and shows
Okay.
really.
I'm going to stay and do Thor. I think Thor is going to be super cool. I think it could be great, and another reason why we didn't hear that much about Guardians is that I think Groot and Rocket will be with him in this movie.
That would be
I
awesome.
think Groot and Rocket will be there, and I think the rest of them will be all off trying to find Gamora. So, awesome timeline to split them up.
Hell
Don't have
yeah.
to put those guys in that. Then you can put them and introduce them into the Guardians as a collective. I think it's super cool. And then I'm going to also say What If. I think What If is just such an awesome concept where they can just do so much and they can give us so much content.
Yes.
That I think that's just the awesome thing about it. So I would say that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then...
All right.
That's it.
That is it.
I would say we should probably, the next pod, wrap up a little bit more of some of the other highlights of Comic-Con, because there was so much.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to talk about any Walking Dead besides the first 20 minutes that we spoke about Walking Dead. Not enough time in the day for me to talk about Walking Dead.
We just need a whole segment, just...
I'll do a whole episode on Walking Dead.
Talking Dead.
But,
dress up.
All right. That's all we got for you guys today.
Let's all give a round of applause.
Clap. Thank you, Bill Hader, for coming by. It was amazing having you here.
It was a real honor,
We're super happy.
All right.
I would like to thank my co-host, as always, Luke Ganz. I would like to thank my cameraman, as always, Joe Critelli, even though he got fired.
Even though he was fired in the middle of the episode again.
How many times have you been fired on this show?
Oh my god, we should keep a count.
If I
do a
had
little
nickel for every
ding.
time I've been fired,
You'd be rich.
I'd be a millionaire.
Probably.
I would also like to thank my guest as well, Joe Lupo. Thank you
Thanks for
coming
having
on
me,
the
guys.
pod
Of course, man.
It's been an
twice.
honor.
Always a pleasure. At least you like Marvel. We're always happy about
Oh,
people
yeah,
that enjoy Marvel.
for sure. And I want to thank my brother, Jesse McKnight, as well, who joined in
That's
mid-pod.
Bill Hader did.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Oh, it's Bill Hader, yes.
Thanks, Bill.
All right, that'll do it with us. We'll see you next episode.
Peace.
Peace out.